Hey everyone, my name's Gilberto. We are back again with another episode of this FireRed Randomized Nuzzlocke, and we're here. So I do want to mention, just to do a really quick team recap, and you can see on the layout on the side here. So I looked into this little clamp ball right here, and clamp ball doesn't learn any moves, like at all, I don't think, and it can evolve into either Huntail or Gorbis. I thought it was just Huntail, but it is a branch evolution. But it evolves through trade, and I did disable trade evolutions, so these Pokemon will be able to evolve. But I don't actually know how they evolve in this game. This is my first time ever doing a randomized save file, and I have no idea what's gonna happen to this guy. So for right now, I'm just gonna leave him where he is. And I honestly think that it's going to be kind of a drunkard situation where I don't really... What I'm basically saying is that I'm not going to bother worrying about trying to switch train him or anything like that. I'm just going to move on with my core 3 and post over here. And maybe he might end up being Death Water in the future, because I feel like I'm going to need that over the course of this run, but I'm not really going to worry about training him that much. But here we are. So I'm going to face Misty, and then I want to get into something real quick. So, hi, you're a new face. Only those trainers who have a policy about Pokemon can turn pro. What's your approach when you train and catch Pokemon? My policy is an all-out offensive with water-type Pokemon. So we'll see how this goes. But, so yeah, so I feel like this whole thing is kind of at... Scribe Kim would like to battle. This whole thing is kind of at its best when we're just kind of talking about stuff. So I'm going to do that in a little bit, but first I'm just going to get this taken care of. So here we have our Maldo. So this is a pretty good situation for me, but just to be safe, I'm going to put it to sleep first. And let's see here. And now I'm just going to Vine Whip. It's a neutral Vine Whip. It should be pretty safe. Oh, that does not do a lot at all. So I'm gonna actually try and Leech Seed just in case you wake up and hit me, just so I'm kind of a little bit ahead. And let's see here. So one more hit and you should be taken out. Oh, you use a Super Potion, because of course you do. So I am glad. Oh, that scratch did kind of a lot. But no, so I am glad I did Leech Seed, and now that our Maldo is gone, I did not see that at all. I fast forwarded by accident. That sucks. Okay, Pamela's still the way to go here. Kangaskhan, okay. You are going straight to sleep. Oh, I get Fate Down. That does a lot. Oh, it outspeeds me. Okay, that doesn't do anything. It wasn't stab, but that stab fake out did a lot. So there goes Sleep Powder. Oh, whoops. That was a misclick. Sorry. And I'm just gonna Vine Whip. Oh, you wake up right away. And I flinch. Oh, this is not good. I mean, I'm still in a decent position. I think it only has Fake Out and Bite from what it looks like, because it hasn't used anything else. But if it uses a stab move, I am in trouble. So I'm going to Leech Seed to try to get a little bit of health back. So at least I'll be safe against crits and those types of things. But this is so much more of a pain in the ass than I thought it was going to be. Here's Vine Whip. Okay, I'm in a good position here. So here we go. We have this. Wow, I'm too much. You could have the Cascade badge to show you beat me. And I got 2100. So, just like that, this layout's changing. The Cascade badge makes all Pokemon up to level 30 obey you. That includes even outsiders you get in trades. There's more. You can now use Cut anytime. You can also have this, my favorite TM. So it has Water Pulse. So this is interesting, because I actually have no idea when Marshtomp learns a good move in Gen 3. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I'll take a second to check it out. So I'm going to do that, actually. Okay, so I'm back, and I just looked up Marshtomp's level up moveset, and it does get Muddy Water at level 37, so I would have to hold it back for a level. And it is going to learn Surf eventually, but I don't know. I kind of think Water Pulse is worth It's not like anybody else is gonna get coverage from it, I don't think. I do have compatibility randomized, but I'd be surprised if like Pamela can learn it. I don't know, maybe if Pamela can learn it, it could be helpful against fire types. I don't know, we'll see, we'll see. I would be happy to teach it too. Wait, what? Okay, so TM3 is Doom Desire. I have no idea what happened, but apparently the TMs that I get from gym leaders are randomized. I do not remember that from Brock at all, and I don't remember doing that at all. But I guess I now can teach Doom Desire to somebody. I was hoping Marsh Tom could learn Water Pulse, but apparently not. In any case, we're gonna move on. I think Bethany needs a little bit of training. I don't really mind if Dragonite lags behind a little bit, because it is right now about the core 3. Dragonite is here, and I do enjoy having it there, and it's gonna be a good flyer later on, but I don't see it being a main member of the squad, so I gotta fight you real quick. Hey, stay out, it's not your yard. Huh, me? I'm an innocent bystander, don't you believe me? I don't trust any Team Rocket members as far as I could throw. Swimmer Cammy would like to battle, has a Quagsire, so that's not the best for Bethany. I'm just gonna swamp out. You don't have Ice Beam. So yeah, anyway, so what I did want to talk about is just kind of my Pokemon journey. There are a lot of people on YouTube that have talked about this. It is the 20th anniversary, and there's just so many stories about how people became interested in this whole thing, and it is kind of insane that something that came out in 96 when I would have been 4 years old, I think, it's been something that's followed me now that I'm 23. Let me see. What do we have? Razor Leaf. It's still a little bit stronger. I don't need Tackle. Well, I guess I need Tackle for coverage, I guess. I don't know. Do I really need this? Does Gen 3 have a physical special split? I have no idea how Gen 3 works at all. The foes. I'm gonna take a second and look at how Gen 3 works, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I just did some learning real quick, and apparently all grass type moves are in fact special, right? And somebody had a really good way of putting it. Before Gen 4, everything that has an evolution associated with it, with the exception of Dragon, is special. So all the evolutions plus Dragon is special. And I guess that assumes later gens as well, because Leafeon is one of them. So there's no reason to keep Vine Whip over Razor Leaf, and I have a high critical hit ratio. I mean, I do have a chance to miss, but either way, we'll deal with it. We will deal with it. So I'm gonna have to take a look at moves again now that I know this, because I honestly had no idea how that worked. I do learn Razor Leaf, and now we have a Ball Toy, so I'll just stay in. Oh, I could have sent in Bethany, but oh well, I guess. Catch this Razor Leaf, and we're good. So actually, we have another encounter coming down there. So that he gave me TM28, which I think he said was Thief, but I'm gonna just to see. Okay, so it's Dig right now. I want to see if you can learn Dig. Bethany can learn Dig. I kind of want to teach you Dig. And Dig is going to be physical too. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be interesting. Again, I am learning about this. I had no idea. So let's see. Tackle, Growl. I don't need Growl at all. So Mud Shot is physical, because I assumed it was special. Because I think it's special only. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I never used Mud Shot. But yeah, Dig. I mean, if anything, Dig would be really helpful. Oh, Dig is a lot more powerful than Mud Shot. I thought Dig was only going to be like a little bit more powerful. But no, I was going to say, Dig can actually be helpful for like escape rope situations. So I'm going to teach Bethany Dig. It's at least going to tide me over into Earthquake, which is fine. So, anyway, so yeah, like I was saying before, Oh, maybe I should teach somebody Calm Mind. I should teach somebody Calm Mind. Oh, whoops. I disconnected my controller. Okay. Nobody is able to learn Calm Mind. I would legitimately teach somebody Calm Mind, though. I would legitimately teach somebody Calm Mind. So, anyway, like I was saying, this game series started when I was 4 years old. And it's 20 years later. More or less 20 years later. And I still love these games. I'm gonna get my counter real quick, Mike. And I don't know, that just kind of blows my mind. A Weeping Bell. Ah, that's not the best. I already have your typing. I mean, I'm gonna catch you anyway, and I'm times 4 weak to you, so I'm gonna get the heck out of here. I think I could put you to sleep in this gen if I remember correctly. So yeah, I kind of vaguely remember playing Pokemon Red. It's not really something that I fell in love with, but I do definitely remember playing those early gens. But for me personally, the game that I truly fell in love with, Crystal. That was the first game that I played and was just blown away by, right? I mean, I still very vividly remember that opening title screen of Suicune just running, and I might just put some. Oh, of course, it puts me to sleep. Wow, this shows how real dumb I am, because I was just about to swap out and be like, well, sleep clause, bro. But it doesn't work that way. But I'm gonna put you to sleep. Okay. And I think I can tackle you again. Ooh, that was close. So, again, I don't see Weeping Bell joining the squad, but, or I should say, I want the Weeping Bell, but I don't really see him being a big member of the squad, but he will be nice to have. Maybe he could be a little bit of an HM slave, teach him cut instead of having to teach it to Ivysaur. So I don't know. I mean, this is still a core 3 for me because I love Houndoom and I love Ivysaur and I love Swampert. I should say I love Venusaur, but those are 3 mons that I love and I want to have them on the team. The leafy parts act as cutters for slashing foes. It's bits of fluid that dissolves everything. Interesting. Okay, so I don't know. This might be like cliche. And like I said, I don't want to make everything in this a reference, but I am in love with Audrey for you. It's a reference to Little Shop of Horrors. Whatever. I'll put up a picture to look right now. But so here we have daycare center. I don't think we're gonna do any breeding in this LP. But I'm gonna heal up real quick. Like I'm gonna speed up a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, when I first played Crystal, it just blew me away, and the fact that still to this day it is the only game to feature going to 2 regions and getting 16 badges. Just, I don't know, there's something so special about that to me, right? And then for me, what's the next generation? Ruby, Sapphire, and what we're playing right now, FireRed, Leaf Green. So, Ruby and Sapphire, right, to me, they're fine. They're well-made games. They really upped the ante in the evil team thing. But another trend that it started that I don't like, that I actually really don't like, the idea that a legendary has to be the legendary of something. And I'm gonna get back to that, but first I want to get an encounter real quick. Like, our encounter on this route will be Dunsparce. Nice and powerful Dunsparce. Well, I'll tackle. Rage. Doesn't that gain more strength as it goes? Yawn. Ooh. That stinks. Well, I think you could take... Nope. I got a crit. Oh, well. I can't catch a Dunsparce, guys. I'm trash. Oh, well. So let's see what was here. What I could have gotten. Slow King. Nice and David. Slow King kind of looks adorable. He's like waving at us. Alright, anyway. So, one trend that I am not a fan of in these later games is that every legendary is now a god of something, right? Like in Gen 1, there's... Oh, okay, so... Sorry, I'm just thinking about multiple things at once. I'm actually gonna avoid all these trainers, go to the patch of grass a little bit to the right, try to get an encounter, and if it's something good and I capture it, then I'll go back here and switch train on these trainers over here. Sorry, I keep distracting myself. What was I gonna say? What I was gonna say is there's this trend of these legendaries. Ooh, a Vigoroth. Of these legendaries being gods of something, right? So in Gen 1, you have the legendary birds, and they're not really the gods of thunder or of fire. I'm gonna put a pretty fast mon in the first slot. They're just legendary Pokemon that exist. They're just really strong, cool Pokemon that exist out in the world. And they're not quite saying that Groudon rules over the earth and Kyogre rules over the waters, but it's kind of a lean in that direction, right? And even the legendary dogs from 2nd gen, right? Like, it's not really the god of fire or the god of, if anything, it's a lot closer to the legendary birds than anything else. With Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza, you're starting to introduce like these ideas of these gods of things, and it's not really like a fully going there the way that later gens do, but it's definitely on its way there, right? And then it just gets solidified completely in Diamond and Pearl. That's Gen 4, where you have gods of space and time, and then you have Arceus, who's god of existence, of everything. Like that's really where you start going into territory where it's not as, where everything feels more scripted and it's less interesting, I guess, right? But yeah, so then you go to Gen 5, and it's just not a good gen, right? It's just not a good gen in general. You have Black and White 2. And I don't know, it's so more so than like something being the god of something, right? Which I don't like already, but what I don't like a lot more than that is just the idea that all these legendaries have to become part of the overall story in some way, right? So in Generation 1, you have, again, the legendary birds, you have Mewtwo, and these guys are just like chilling, like Zapdos is chilling at the power plant. They don't give two shits about anybody, and Team Rocket, you know, it can't really do anything to catch it even if it wanted to, right? And then Generation 2, you have the legendary dogs and Ho-Oh and Lugia, and again, they're just chilling in their respective places. You have Burnt Tower. I'm gonna get two encounters real quick. Like, you have the Burnt Tower and the cave where Lugia lives, and the Sacred Dogs are roaming, right? They don't give two shits about you. They will run away from you real quick, like. And again, they're just not part of the story. They're just, this is so, oh, I got a Hitmonchan. Interesting. So Jake is really not gonna have in here. But they're not important to the story, and that to me is so much more interesting when they're just there and they're fun to get if you want them, but they're not that much a part of the story. But then in Ruby and Sapphire, like Max and Archie are literally trying to harness their power, and they're literally embedded into the story. in a way that is not that satisfying. I mean, to be fair, that's really the first time that it was done, and it was interesting because it did introduce like the idea that these legendaries are actually like meaningful and have like dominion over something, right? But then you have Diamond and Pearl, where I don't even remember the guy's name in Diamond and Pearl, but they're trying to use. Oh well, I just got a crit, so that's. I can't catch anything in this episode apparently. I mean, Razor Leaf does have a high critical hit ratio, but I don't know. Oh well. Anyway, but yeah, so hello, nice and nappy. But yeah, so like I was saying, in Generation 4, you have the Creation Trio, and they're literally brought forward by whoever the fuck the bad guy was. I don't know, was it like Getsis or whatever? I don't even remember. Those evil teams are so irrelevant, but they're brought about so that they can remake time and space. Like, I don't know, that's just silly. And then they do the same thing in Generation 5, right? Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kiram, they're just like strong, cool mons that are out there, but they're brought up by, oh no, that one's Gestis, right? They're brought forward by Getsits, so that like the Pokemon can be liberated from their trainers. Like, that's, I don't know, like what the fuck are Reshiram and Kiram gonna do? Why? And it doesn't make any sense. Right, and then it just continues in Generation 6, where Lysander is making this perfect weapon and harnessing the power of a Veltal and Xerneas, and it just looks like it's going to continue. I mean, I sincerely hope it doesn't. I so hope that it doesn't. But the way that Solgaleo was attacking, and so was the Moon Legendary. It's just it looks like they're gonna be like pretty big parts of these games, right? And I don't know. It just feels like Game Freak wants to put cool mods in the game and make them a part of the overall story, but it just feels like everyone's trying too hard. And I really hope that I've so hoped that the evil team, whoever they are, isn't trying to capture these guys again, because it's just gonna be, that'll be 4 straight gens where that happens. And no, more than that, right? Right, Gen 3 had Maxie and Archie. Gen 4 was Dialga Palkia. 5 was Kiram. 6 was Xerneas, so that'll be 5 straight gens. I don't remember at all. Pichu for Onyx? I don't have one, sorry. I wouldn't make that deal anyway. I don't know. I don't remember at all where you get cut in this game. Like, even a little bit. I sincerely don't. I might have to look it up. But I should have enough to do in the meantime. I mean, I've been rambling enough in this episode. But yeah, so again, I think what made those original games special, I guess, if that's not like a super douchey word to use, is that it not everything was a grand kind of gesture, like the world wasn't in the balance. The fate of the world wasn't in the balance. Every single game, like in Red and Blue, right? In the game that I'm playing right now, you know, you foil Team Rocket and Giovanni because that's the right thing to do. But if I didn't, it's not like the world would end because of it, right? And especially just the way that the protagonist saves the world in every game, it's so casual. Like, oh, I could go in and foil Lysander's plan and save the world, or I could not. Whatevs, right? And at least in these games, it makes sense because, like, I could foil Giovanni's plans, but I could not. It's whatevs. And if I didn't, like some stuff would get stolen, some Pokemon would get stolen, right? People's shit gets stolen every single day, and it's not something I'm particularly gonna cry about, right? So I really need some mons to train up because I do not wanna just use my core 3 through this whole run. I need a good mon that I can use right now. Well, we have a nice and female Nidoran. A nice and female Nidoran. I feel like you can take an Ember? Like, one Ember? I don't know. We'll go for it. Well, I can't catch anything. I can't catch anything. I really don't want to solo run with my core 3 and Dragonite. See, I don't even think of Dragonite as core member, and I don't even know, because I'm just assuming Dragonite doesn't learn anything useful. So, you know what I'm gonna do, actually? Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm probably gonna call the episode pretty soon. But I'm going to leave these trainers alone. And hopefully I catch something in the next episode, and I'm gonna train on them, on those other trainers, once I get another member added to the squad. But right now, I don't want to get too over leveled, and I'll probably take on Surge real soon. But I have to figure out where to get cut. I think you gave me something. I really don't remember these games as well as I should. Oh, whoops. I do want to hear your dumb story. I get a bike voucher. That's right. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I mean, the last couple things I'll say is that, again, I hope that the big master plan doesn't hinge on whether or not the evil team catches these legendaries. I hope it's not like the world hangs in the balance based on whether or not I decide to battle some adults for no reason. And I'm trying to think of Gen 2. What was the big plan in Gen 2? Isn't Gen 2 just Team Rocket again, right? Don't they try to, like, restart things and then I just beat them down again, right? It's not that big a deal. And I don't know why everything in this universe has to be such a big deal, right? I also want to feel like catching these mons is an achievement, right? I'm pretty sure, like in Gen 6, they had to adjust the catch rate for Xerneas and Yveltal so low because you have to catch it in the game. It's part of the plot that you catch it in the game, and I don't like that. It's kind of silly. I'd like going to Cerulean Cave in the post game and catching motherfucking Mewtwo because he is a badass. And Xerneas and Yveltal just simply don't have that badassness surrounding it. But in any case, I'll call it there. This has been a fun episode for me. I'm glad to be able to do this again. And I just want to come back and have some fun. This genuinely is fun for me. But in any case, I'm gonna step out. we're gonna have a Gen 6 team real soon, so watch out for that. And as always, battle spot all dang week long, and new teams every dang week. So once again, thank you for watching, and I am once again out.